What's up, everybody? RevSauce9. Make sure to be rate, like, and subscribe. Thumbs up the video. Make sure to be subscribing. A lot of you don't subscribe to the channel, and I see it. You guys really kind of don't. And also, guys, make sure to be subscribing. A lot of you watch my videos, but you don't really sit back and subscribe. You should be. I do a lot of videos like this. Now, I'm a little late to my Money in the Bank review. I'm going to be a little late to my collision review. I'm going to be a little late just to about everything, okay? So everything is kind of late coming from me because I went to bed early. I had some chores to do, and I did watch both shows. So I'm just going to say this to all of you. I wasn't really sold on Money in the Bank. I really wasn't. I'm more sold on Heatwave today than I am Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank was very predictable. A lot of news reports came out. A lot of leaks came out. A lot of things came out. And I'll be honest with you guys and ladies out there, like, it was very predictable. Like the Money in the Bank, the men's side, you knew Drew was winning that. You knew Drew was going to cash in. Spoiler alert if you didn't watch Money in the Bank. You weren't going to have Jey Uso win it. You weren't going to have Chad Gable win it. You weren't going to have Andrade win it. Andrade is your speed champion. You weren't going to have Carmelo Hayes win it. He's too soon in his career. Yeah, and you definitely don't have any faith in LA Knight. Like, that's the fact. Yeah, you don't have any faith in LA Knight. You just don't. You really kind of don't. And that's where I'm at with all this. Like, you just don't have faith in these characters. You don't. You really don't. And Drew McIntyre, because they needed to progress the storyline that's going to be taking place at SummerSlam. Either way, Drew McIntyre was going to walk in and face Gunther and win championship at Money in the Bank, or they were going to pull the trigger with Punk. They weren't for sure Punk was ready for SummerSlam. Looks like he is all ready for SummerSlam. Now you add the element of Seth Rollins into this. Seth Rollins, it's going to be a triple threat between these three. Seth feels screwed, over. You know he's going to be part of this. You know he's going to be a part of this whole storyline. Now it kind of takes shape. WWE builds these nice storylines and then adds elements to it. So I'm all for it. Like, for real. I'm literally all for Drew McIntyre and Seth and CM Punk. It adds another element. They needed to. I wasn't sold 100% on literally Drew and Punk. Now, Drew is carrying this. Literally, he is getting tired of being screwed. After the show was off the air and they did the post stuff, he was literally beating the shit out of anybody that they can find. I think they were playing off some AEW shit. I think what happened with Brawl Out. And I love it. It's great. Great for business. Great for everything. Now, I wish Drew McIntyre would have done more. I wish he would have beat the shit out of Adam Pearce more. And it said, because of you, you screwed me. You did nothing when I told you and kept beating him up. And it'd say, Triple H is here to screw me. You're here to screw me. I'm going to go find Triple H. We're going to have it out. You know, like, I was waiting for it. You know what I mean? Drew McIntyre is good shit. He is carrying this story. However you want to slice it and dice it. Tonight literally became a triple threat between Priest, against Seth, and then you have the referee going down. And I wish they would have shown blood here. This is the thing I don't understand about WWE. If you want to make Drew McIntyre look like a fucking badass, like a Rambo going around beating the shit out of people, not giving a fuck, and you want to make him a Scottish Rambo, have him literally, no joke, have a bandage here and peel it off and go, here's my stitches. This is what Punk did to me, and kept beating up Adam Pearce. I felt they kind of allowed McIntyre to beat some people up, and it just felt like it was too fast, too quick. They should have let it kept going. And then, Big E coming out, and then, like, he puts a hand on Big E, and then it really becomes bigger than it needed to be. I wanted something huge coming out of this. You know what I mean? But I do like what they did at the end. During Money in the Bank, you had Trish Stratus kind of being the host, which was cool. Grab some water real quick. I've been thirsty today, guys. As I've been waking up today, I've been kind of really thirsty. It's weird. I'm still getting over the things that I have, like the infections and stuff. I'm still like, I'm 100%, but I'm like fatigued. I'm still trying to get over the things. My ear is still trying to recover. Anyway, so you had Trish Stratus and then you had some Tiffany Stratton stuff. It's Tiffany time. I like Tiffany Stratton, but I just feel her music's been botched. I feel like her character has not progressed as I wanted it to be. And going into that women's Money in the Bank match, you kind of just go, okay, do you believe in the reports? And I was wrong all night. My predictions throughout this week, that you were going to have Chelsea Green win. You were going to have Drew come in and cash and win the chip. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was like, for the century. If you listen to me, I was wrong. You know what I mean? I had Braun Breaker beating Sami Zayn, which I didn't understand that logic. They went and they had Sami Zayn lose. Win. Sorry, my bad. And look, Braun Breaker looked good, but they made Braun Breaker look stupid. Like, no offense, they made Braun Breaker, he's an animal. You have him going in and beating every single person you could find, and then he just loses. That just made no sense to me. You should have had him go in and win. I don't understand that. You should have had the belt off of Sami Zayn. I think people are kind of tired of Sami Zayn and are looking for something new. I'm not a big fan of Sami Zayn now. I don't know how we're having him win these matches when he seems like he was getting beat up on Raw and made to look like a fool. I don't understand it. I think Braun Breaker should be further along. I thought he should have been champion, but I was wrong with that one. I was wrong with the women's ladder match. This match, honestly, there was a lot of botches. I'm going to be honest with you. If you want women to go through ladders and you want them to do the things right, you want them to look like this is the match of the night, it came off hokey pokey. You had a Salito del Sol being done, or a pile driver, whatever was being done, it came off hokey pokey. When Zoe Stark went off the ladder, it didn't look convincing. I don't know if it was the camera angles. I don't know what it was, but I was like, when I was watching this in real time, when it was live on Peacock, I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, I get WWE. I get it. They're trying to keep it PG. They're trying to keep it fun. They're trying to keep it kid-friendly. I get it. But this match, I've watched a lot of ladder matches over the years, right? I've seen a lot of things. And when I saw that move by Io Sky, I was like sitting back going, this shit's hokey and pokey. What are we doing hokey pokey? What are we doing Had a Great Fall? I'm like, this was stupid. And then they did like this other one where Valkyria ate the side of the ladder, and then that was a botch. She was supposed to hit the ladder. And I was like, these botches are getting the match was off to me. It was predictable. Now, I was going with the reports that Triple H was going to go for the flash in the pan shock pick of Chelsea Green, the hometown lady. And I like Chelsea Green to an extent. And I would have liked to see what they do with Chelsea Green. It's kind of, wow, I'm going to say this in a way, and I know people are going to say it's annoying when Irving does it, but it's growing on me. Chelsea Green is growing on me. And I really thought maybe they would give her the Money in the Bank and have her carry it, maybe turn it a different color and make it into her thing and make her more into a Karen and things like that. But giving it to Tiffany Stratton was the safe pick. I will give WWE that. It was the safe pick. I like Tiffany Stratton. I've been a big component of Tiffany Stratton. I've said this for a very long time. Tiffany Stratton, it's Tiffy time. I've said that she should be champion next. She was great in NXT. The music's got to change. This Rebel shit, this Rebel Def whatever shit is garbage. They should be fired. They bring me back CFO money. Like, seriously. But this match had a lot of botches. It didn't, it to me, some of the stuff that Naomi was doing, it was like, I'm like, take the ladder spot. Take the ladder spot. And then when you took the ladder spot, it didn't come off like, it didn't come off the way I wanted it to come off. You know what I mean? So we get to the next segment. I think the segment before the women's ladder match, we had John Cena announcing his retirement tour. And I, honestly, I'm left with mixed emotions with this. Is this a front by John Cena? But during the post scrums, he said it wasn't. I don't know if this is a work or shoot with John Cena. John Cena's became a big, powerful movie actor. I don't know if he's going to do what The Rock does going forward, but John Cena's announcing his retirement, which was very shocking to me. The Rock's still going at 50. So you would think John Cena would be going all the way up until he was 50, which makes no sense to me, but I digress. John Cena retiring, thank you, John Cena. All we all could say as wrestling fans, thank you, John Cena. That's all we could do, and be internally, grateful to the man of the hour, John Cena. I will tell you guys this one. My memories of John Cena will always be at the Ruthless Aggression era with Eddie Guerrero. A lot of the things when he was Dumb-and-Nomic Cena. I really enjoyed Dumb-and-Nomic Cena. Do I hope John Cena gets a title eventually? Yeah, I do. I do hope he does break Ric Flair's record. Maybe they do that at some point. I think Ric Flair's accepted the idea that his record will be broken in Infinity by John Cena. John Cena, I'm not going to call him the GOAT of wrestling, but I will call him the new age GOAT for sure. Sure, he deserves that. He carried the division, WWE, ups and downs. Even through Chris Benoit's death, he carried it. He was the flag bearer. You got to give him that. And a lot of the things I will give him, Randy Orton, a lot of credit because, when and CM Punk to an extent, when wrestling was at its low point, John Cena carried it. And so did Randy Orton to a lot of extents. You love, hate them, whatever. They did a lot of things for the wrestling industry, and you got to give it to them. John Cena will go down in infamy in his own right. First ballot Hall of Famer, I'll say that. I honestly will say that John Cena will be in the Hall of Fame real quick. I don't see him not being in the Hall of Fame. I honestly want to say this too. John Cena is the man. A lot of wrestling matches, him and Batista, JBL. We can go on the list on and on. So I do hope John Cena does get rewarded, and I hope he has a major send-off in 2025. I don't think it's going to be the end of John Cena. I just think as a performer, yes. But I think we see John Cena here and there, still being with the company. But who knows? Who knows? Is this a retirement or not? I don't, he's saying it is. I don't know. I just feel like it's the storyline. They say it came together, but I just feel like it's a storyline. I don't know. Anything with John Cena to me is like story to me. But maybe we see him do his own version of the NWO. Who knows? Who knows? At the end of the day. They pulled a lot of things off of this Money in the Bank. Literally, they did. They pulled off Liv Morgan and Selena Vega for time. Bad Blood's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Bad Blood is good. Let's see. WWE acknowledged the AJ Lee comments. Okay, that's good. The Money in the Bank ladder match we covered. Sami Zayn defeating Braun Breaker was a bad decision by WWE, personally, in my eyes. Damian Priest defeats Drew McIntyre and Seth freaking Rollins after McIntyre cashes in the Money in the Bank. Honestly, I'm just going to say this. Money in the Bank is not the same as when I was a kid. It is not the same anymore. I think the last time I really cared about Money in the Bank was when Seth had it after the whole Shield breakup thing, and it panned out for him, and I enjoyed that. The Priest stuff I didn't really enjoy, but I'm grateful Priest retains. Priest will lose that title to Gunther, though. And he better lose it because Gunther I think is going to be a flag bearer of that title. I think he'll make that title prestigious, personally. I did not care for the whole CM Punk coming out and beating Drew McIntyre with the title. I could care less. Io Sky and all this in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, I covered that. Trish Stratus all night I wasn't a big fan. And the Bloodline. Let's talk about this. The Bloodline versus Cody, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. Can I tell you how slow that match was for me? It was like slow. The main event was slow. It dragged on. It was slow. Slow. This is how I felt. That's what I felt like. I'm sorry to tell you. Like, Solo Sikoa is this to me. Oh, okay. So you're finally doing something. Oh, you're doing something, Solo. Okay, all right. Yo, all right, you're doing something. Jacob Fatu, and I'm sorry, I'm going to take another swig of my water here. Jacob Fatu, what are we doing with him? His moveset is just watered down. Unreal. From MLW to now. Like, just unreal. He was in title matches and doing things off the rope, and then here we are. Jacob Fatu doing, like, I don't understand why he is the understudy of fucking Solo Sikoa. I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but Solo Sikoa puts me to sleep. He is not interesting. I'm sorry. I get why the crowd chanted Roman Reigns. We want Roman. I get it because Solo Sikoa is this. He makes me want to go to sleep. He puts me to sleep. He is so boring. And this new Bloodline is boring. Yeah, they beat up fucking Paul Heyman, put him in the ground. Who cares? It still puts me to sleep. You haven't put any titles on these guys. For shit's sakes, the Gorilla of Destiny should be fighting for titles, not sitting as bodyguards. When Solo Sikoa comes out, no offense, it's literally, it's not interesting to me. What made Roman interesting, right? What made Roman interesting was the fact he came out, he beat people up, he could talk on the mic, and he, after the matches, he would do some whack shit. It made you feel it. Solo Sikoa can't talk on the mic. He is not as interesting as Roman Reigns, and all he does is this. That's all he's doing. He makes me sleep. He puts me to sleep. And his matches are slow and boring. And we have to have him not win cleanly. We have to have him win in cheating fashion to put him over. Fashion, I should say. To me, Solo Sikoa ain't it, Chief. He ain't it. I would rather have Jacob Fatu be the fucking leader and be the chosen one. Solo ain't it. I'm sorry to tell you this. Solo ain't it. Solo has 5 moves of doom, if you're lucky. Now he added a spear that looked like a botch. Looked like a bad version of Goldberg. I don't need every single Samoan doing a spear. Like, why is that? Every like, Fatu is doing a fucking spear now. Or Roman Reigns' family. I don't need you to do spears. What I want Solo Sikoa to do is have a Kokita clutch, or, for instance, I want him to have a F5 or an F7 or something. Give Solo something different. Solo is so boring. It was like he should go back to NXT. He is so dog shit boring. This whole thing was boring. And then he pins the champion. Like, what are we doing? Cody Rhodes is ice cold to me. He's We the People. John Cena. 2.0 incarnation. Like, I know I'm going off on one in this video review, but by fucking holy God, like John Cena's fucking Cody Rhodes 2.0. You have this guy lose on a shitty pay-per-view. And you have Solo Sikoa, no, don't get me wrong, that is boring as all shit that goes, puts me to sleep. He puts me to fucking sleep. You are ruining the bloodline. I'm sorry to tell you this. I want Roman Reigns back. He made TV for me. Like, he made it every week for me. Solo Sikoa ain't it, Chief. This bloodline ain't working for me. It's a mixed bag. Jacob Fatu should be your main guy. Jacob Fatu is the real dude. He's a real G. The Guerrillas of Destiny, they cut promos. Solo Sikoa cannot cut a promo to save his life. And I don't buy it. And I'm sorry. Solo Sikoa could come out with chains. All I care about. He sucks. He sucks. I said that about him in NXT. I've said this now. He sucks. John Cena put him over. He hasn't panned out. He sucks. He sucks. Do not tell me any different. He sucks. He sucks. Don't tell me any different. He sucks. Stop telling me that this man is so-called like this be-all, end-all shit. He sucks. He fucking sucks. Literally, Solo Sikoa fucking sucks. He fucking blows. Do not tell me any different. Do not go and tell me, oh, well, this man, da-da-da, this and da-da-da. No, he fucking sucks. Watch the build-up leading. He barely says anything. And all he does is go, he's a snorefest. This match could have been way, way better. I'd rather had it been Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the title. Solo Sikoa losing. I'd rather have it that way. I don't know what Triple H, Bruce Pritchard, or whoever's fucking booking this shit should be ashamed of themselves. Absolutely absurd to me. I am not a big fan of this. I'm more interested. Money in the Bank had me more interested in Drew McIntyre than Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa, I think he should go back and learn some shit because he's god awful. You had John Cena put this man over just a year ago, and this man just still can't perform. It's the same as I feel about Austin Theory. John Cena put over Austin Theory. Where is Austin Theory? Losing and looking like shit. John Cena has put over 2 duds in WWE. 2 duds in WWE. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me this. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Like, I really wanted the Damian Priest match to be the last thing. They could have put the 6-man tag at the very beginning of fucking, to lead off fucking, not to end it. And it was just absolutely bullshit, absurd. Same thing with Sami Zayn. You made Braun Breaker look stupid. And I'm sorry. That's the way I feel. That's my opinion. I'm sorry. The Bloodline put me to sleep. I'm not interested. I could give a fuck. The Guerrillas of Destiny are so much better as a group. They should be winning This group should be winning championships. Jacob Fatu should be United States champion, honestly, for real. You put the undisputed, the tag team titles on the Guerrillas of Destiny or whatever. Fatu's or Loas, you put them on them. I'll still always call them the Guerrillas of Destiny. Put those belts on them. There you go. And then Solo should be fighting or going up for the Undisputed Championship. And if you don't put the Undisputed Championship on them, here's what you do. You have him go win a bullshit champion somewhere. Like maybe a Speed or something. Just to make them all have belts. And that makes Speed prestigious. But here's the deal. Solo Sikoa ain't it. This is another person John Cena put over that's not panned out. Let's get real. Let's call for what it is. Austin Theory and Solo Sikoa literally, no joke, are bust to me. They're duds. Solo didn't really do very much in NXT, and then you bring him up to the main roster, and he still hasn't done anything. He has done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing, and I'm just left baffled. And I'm sorry that I'm going on about this man, but this man is so garbage. And you have people in fucking the YouTube hemisphere or the universe fucking saying this guy's great. When is he great? He puts me to sleep. He is dog shitly boring. I'm sorry. You cannot convince me. Name me the moves that he has. What, a Samoan spike? Now a spear. Some type of a DDT. There's 3 moves of doom for you. Oh, he goes off the rope and does something. And then some type of a choke. There's your 5 moves of doom. I think. And he can't win matches on his own cleanly. He has to have somebody in his group to make him look relevant. That tells me he's dog shit. Anyway, my name is RevSauce9. This show was a decent show. It wasn't a bad show. It's just the main event, man, left me, and the Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker match left me just going, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? I get the Drew McIntyre stuff. That honestly saved the show for me. And then at the end, at the presser and the after the fact, when they were doing the in-depth stuff, going over the show with Redmond, that sold me. Solo Sikoa, no. Solo Sikoa ain't your future. They need Roman Reigns. It just shows Roman Reigns needs to stay on television. They need Roman Reigns right now. And I get Roman Reigns is going through his shit right now, but they really need Roman. Roman Reigns needs to turn face when he comes back, and he needs to show the world why he is what he is, because it ain't working with Solo Sikoa. I'm just saying. My name is RevSauce9. If I had to give this show a review score, I would say 6.75. I would say C, P minus, maybe. I would say 3 out of 5 if we're going on the Spectre. Decent show. I say it's watchable. The ending put me to sleep. But anyway, my name is RevSauce9. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.